In this video, we download the JMIS, which is the Journal of Management Information's Endnote style. As you can see as I navigate, you can locate this style on the Endnote's webpage. There's the webpage, and you can just basically search for it when you're on the webpage. Once you get to the webpage, click Download this style. It downloads. You right-click to open, and it pops up here. You'll notice that I have Endnotes here. But what's happening is it's loading into the Endnotes factor. Now, once it's in Endnotes, you just have to go over to your document. And I opened up a document here that would have some, and then basically you change your style here, with whether it's IEEE, and you can see it updates automatically. So, updating bibliographies, if you go down to the submission section, all the notes are here. All the references, and they're all in numbered format because that's really how the JMS accepts their submissions. We could just easily have taken this and changed to APA 6, and it would automatically have adjusted all the styles to the APA mode. It does inline citations as well. So, for example, if you wish to cite while you write, that's their phrase, and I feel that this steering committee information here was really something that came from another author and I had an idea and concept, I would click Insert Citation. Hold a second. It does this sometimes with the settings because you want to open up a library. Continuing what we were just talking about, I had to correct the problem. And what happens is when you go to EndNote, you right click, you have to select a library. Once you select a library, it opens up your library. That was pretty critical. So you saw when I went to insert a citation, I didn't have anything. So you'll notice you'll have two things up, EndNote and Word. Now, cite while you write, you come back to the end of the sentence while you insert your citations. You click Insert, and now you see that I actually have a library, right? So I could type in, well, somebody has, let's see who has steering committee work. Quite a few people. So Dole has some interesting articles, and I read his relationships at MIS steering committee, the size of firm and formalization. That's really important, actually. He did a very good job. So you simply type in insert, and there it goes. Dole gets inserted into the commentary, because certainly Dole was saying that all CEOs need to have, I must be on steering committees, otherwise your steering committee would be effective. That was incorrect, but that's a whole different issue. Maybe it was somebody else in there exploring the role. Letcher did a great job on steering committees as well, so we hit insert. And you can see how I just added two of them. And you notice how it put it in professional citations. It put them in that mode. Now that's the APA 6 mode. Let's go ahead and change that to the journal management mode and watch what happens to the citations. It changes the numeric style. See, that's how the journal management information system wants it. If I had changed it to, cancel, and I had changed it to cabinet management, it would have changed it this way. It would also update the corresponding citations at the end of the document. So if the citations were in alphabetical order, it would have redone it in alphabetical order. If they were numeric order, it would have redone them in numeric order. See, the numbers are gone. It's alphabetical. Endnote is a very powerful program when you have to keep care of complex documents and really make sure that a lot of citations are properly annotated and updated. I find it to be an invaluable tool when conducting research. See, and now the citation is numeric. So it all really depends on the style. But when you have a program like Endnote, it helps you maintain a library. You actually create your own personal library of citations. I hope this video was helpful. I wanted to add an extension to the video. After looking at and thinking about it for a moment, when you go to find some citations, you have many sources you can do it. Certainly you can find it from the library. You can find it from the basket of 8. You can use various other tools. One of the more common tools, but should not be considered your definitive choice for information because it doesn't always give you all the articles published, is Google Scholar. But that being said, I do like to start with Google Scholar because I'd like to go through it. So what we'll do is we go to scholar.google.com, or you just simply go to Google and type in Google Scholar. You can type it in. Here I typed in steering committee performance because we have a steering committee paper, and I hit search. And we look at the various steering committee information here, and some of it is relevant, some of it is not relevant. I don't know if we would. Steering Committee European Association. I didn't know such a thing existed. Let's see. Apparently not as is anybody else. So let's go to steering committees. Let's find out what might be in here. The effective MIS steering committees on information technology management, the relationship with steering committees. So there's quite a few information. Here's one to the capabilities based upon obtaining deeper understanding of information technology governance, effectiveness, evidence from steering committees. Interesting. Not heavily cited, but somewhat cited. And it's in the Journal of Accountancy, International Journal of Accountancy, which is an OK journal. So if you wanted to cite this, you simply click on the Cite button. You see it shows you different styles. MLA, APA, Chicago, but we're not using those. But I wouldn't worry about the styles. I would simply click on the Endnote reference icon. It downloads the Endnote, and then you open it, and you see it brought it right into Endnote. Now you could have also gone through here, and you can download it and attach the article to the actual reference. That way you have a reference library with the articles attached. I just tend to actually go back and just look at my libraries to see which ones are related to steering committees, and then I go back and re-Google the original articles in that regard. The other thing you can do is when you're working in Google Scholar and you're looking at those articles, you can click on it and see who it was cited by. That's pretty important because if you cite by, maybe there's other articles which are telling. The other thing that I like to do is I actually like to click on the article. The article will download. I'm not going to save it to the Endnote library. But what I will do is Australia. It looks like a pretty significant Journal of Accountancy, right? Flexible IT infrastructure. See here, these are all the citations from the article that was just done. And you can see like Potakoff, and this is one of the statistical methods person. You can see who they're citing, right? Nolan and Farland, board of directors. You can go through all the citations and see which ones are relevant. So you can actually dive into it at a deeper level and actually look at everything somebody else has done and then use those citations to build your citations. So let's go back to Google Scholar. So in Google Scholar, we've grabbed the article, we pulled down the Endnote citation. Then we saw it there. The gentleman's name is Prasad, and Heels in green, so Prasad L. Let's go back to Word. And you go back, just hover into the area, insert citation. Make sure I get it right. Prasad, A. Yep, there's that article, and you hit insert. And it brings in that reference. Now I've built a pretty complex referencing, and you can imagine everything renumbering itself. And now we have it updated. That's the power EndNote. It's in my permanent library. I don't have to worry about it. If I have more papers on the topic, I have them stored. The other good thing about these libraries is if you store them online, you synchronize with the web server, you can share your libraries with other people who you're working with. So it's collaborative in nature. So when I work with my editors ask me to share the library with them, and I'll share my libraries. I'll do all the work, share the library, and then what their job is to make sure that the references are right. And I cited the right article within the references. Thank you very much. I hope this extension of the video was helpful.